I think most of us will be under some sort of compliance regulation in the next 5 years. And so the interesting thing about all of this to me, and this is where we are today, to be an MSP, you don't have to be licensed at all. It is easier to be it's easier to be an MSP than it is to be a residential plumber, for example. To be a plumber, you have to go get certified. You have to go down the journeyman path. You become a master plumber. You go through a series, and then you have to, continuously stay up to date. An IT professional has nothing like that. And consequently, a lot of businesses still don't have any sort of compliance regulation beyond a desire and internal obligation to stay safe. So I think that's going to change. So to start with the cybersecurity maturity model certification, this is a standard developed by the U.S. Department of Defense. It was a standard developed with a basis of NIST 800-171, and I foresee that this or something similar to it will likely be adopted as a national standard and potentially even an international standard for security. From that, we're already seeing today, and I think we're going to see more of this, that as your customers send you an RFP, and obviously depending on the business that you're in, but as they send you an RFP or they send you a master services agreement or terms and conditions document, whatever form that comes in, they're going to start requiring some level of CMMC compliance or some level of certification on the cybersecurity front. We're seeing it already today, and I've seen it where a small to mid-sized company is bidding work for a larger enterprise level company, and the larger enterprise level company has an expectation that they're already doing it and it's in the RFP. It's part of their selection process for who will win the business. Second, I think increasingly investors in businesses will look for cybersecurity requirements and compliance regulations. I know if I were going to be a major investor in a business, it would be incredibly important to me to know that they were on the right security journey and they had the right compliance in place before we were moving too far forward with an investment. And I think we're going to see more of that. Next is employees. And there's so many things that we've learned that people are looking for when they decide to join an organization with respect to culture, with respect to work from home, work from the office, or hybrid benefits. There's so many things that people are looking for when they go to work for a company beyond just their payroll. And I think security will be one of those things. And I think there'll be an awareness. And I think human beings are going to work for a company that has their security outlined and has their compliance on a journey. And last, I think increasingly the federal and state governments will mandate these security requirements. And that has already increasingly happened. The federal government, is moving in a direction that if you are doing any work for the federal government, not just the DoD, but the government overall, they're moving to a CMMC / NIST 800-171 model where you are to be certified if you're doing work for the federal government. So they're not passing a law that says you have to do it, but in their case, they are passing regulation that says if you're going to work for us, you have to do this. I think state governments will also play a role in this. And we don't know what that's going to look like, and that obviously becomes a political issue, which we won't get into today, but I foresee it coming from there as well.